apple turnover filling. In the pot, I've melted 1 stick of unsalted butter. Then I'm going to put in my cubed apples. These are Granny Smith apples, and I have a humongous bowl right beside me, so I want to empty that out a little bit. 10 medium apples, or about 6 pounds at the grocery store. And once I diced them, they measured 16 cups. Unfortunately, these apples aren't as tart as I'd like them to be, but we'll make do. Still makes for a yummy turnover filling. Apple turnovers or hand pies, apple pies. There we go. And we'll let this cook down before I add the sugar and some seasoning. Just give it a little mix. And the stove is on somewhere between medium-low and medium heat. Once this reduces by about 1/3 of the volume, we'll continue. The apples have shrunk a little bit, releasing their moisture. I'm going to add about 1 1/4 cups of white sugar. This in the bowl is 1 3/4 cups because that's what I would normally use. However, since the apples are not as tart, I'm going to save about 1/2 cup for the end, and if it's not as sweet as I wanted, then I'll add the rest. And this here is 3/4 cups of light brown sugar, but again, I'm going to add just 1/2 cup and save the rest. Add it later if I need it. So that was 1 1/4 cups of white sugar, 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, more to be added. This is 2 1/2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Homemade vanilla extract. You should make your own. All you need is a bottle of vodka and 4 vanilla beans. Slice up the beans, put it in the bottle. Take a little of the vodka out. It's like 3 1/2 ounces. Or I forget how much the bottle was, but at any rate. I have one here, you go. So this is how much? 375 milliliters of vodka. And then I just added 4 vanilla beans. You cut it in half, lengthwise, crosswise. Scrape the tiny flecks of vanilla into the jar or right onto the pod, and then put the whole pod inside the bottle. Shake it up, let it sit in your pantry or cabinets for 6 months, giving it a shake every now and then. Cheaper, smells outrageous. Okay, so I'm going to just let this cook down a little more until the apples are softer. Okay, that was plenty enough sugar for this batch of apples. I'm going to add now this lemon juice cornstarch mixture. It's 1/4 cup of each. Put it in here. And just cook this for about 2 minutes. After 2 minutes of stirring, mixture is thickened some. We'll just set this aside and let it cool completely to room temperature, and then put the filling in the fridge overnight so it's completely cold. And then it will be ready to fill your turnover dough, and it is delicious on top of toasted waffle, whether it's homemade waffle, but it's really good on Eggo waffles too.